kick right in front of the goal, and it's in.
Back in, cuts to his forward, take the shot, he scores!
First for the visitors from Canon-McMillan. At guard, a 6'2" senior number 1, Jacob Samoski. At guard, 5'11" senior number 3, Tyreek Williams. At guard, 5'10" senior number 10, Gavin Miller. At guard, 6'1" senior number 25, Lamont Lyons Jr. And at guard, 5'11" senior number 33, Aiden Berger. And at Mills, led by head coach Charles Murphy. And please welcome the starting five for Peters Township. At guard, 5'10" junior number 2, Brendan McCullough. At guard, a 6'1" senior number 4, Pat McDowell. At guard, a 6'5" senior number 5, Gavin Cody. At forward, a 6'4" senior number 00, Aaron Brula. And at forward, a 6'7" senior number 24, Evan Buell. The Indians are led by head coach Joe Ehrman, assisted by Mike Fisher, Kevin Lawrence, Dennis Swigley, and Sven Semek.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to AHN Arena for some basketball. Peters Township at Canon-McMillan Big Macs. I'm Mike McCagg.
And I'm Neil Baer.
And we have 32 minutes of basketball between these neighboring communities. Almost like a backyard brawl here this evening. Peters Township in white, Canon-Mac in their traditional blue and gold. And we are set to tip it off for what should be a great night of basketball. False start. Indians control. A little bit of a height advantage there with Evan Buell making his first start at home.
Yeah, so for the Indians, we have Evan Buell, Aaron Brula, Gavin Cody, McCullough, and Pat McDonald starting.
Pat McDonald with a nice left-handed runner. Very nice.
For Canon-Mac, Mike, we have Jake Samoski, Tyreek Williams, Gavin Miller, Deuce Lyons, and Aiden Berger starting the game.
Indians drop into a 2-3 zone. One of the first times all year we've done that. Indians have really traditionally been a man-to-man all season long.
They have. Maybe looking to take advantage of that height a little bit, Mike. I don't know.
Jake Saminski takes it right into the teeth of the zone, into the 6'7" Buell, lays it in, 2-2. Buell, nice pass down low. Pat McDonald in and out. Up come the Big Macs.
Big Macs working it around the perimeter. They have someone at the high post there on that against the zone.
Good zone defense forces Canon-Mac to pull it back out, and they're going to reset.
Big Macs are one of the smaller height-size teams in the section, Mike, so maybe that's why Peters has two of our big guys starting this evening.
Long three attempt. Off the back iron, controlled though by Canon-Mac. It's been a problem for the Indians, giving up second chances, but the Indians out and running. McCullough pulls it out. to Gavin Cody. He pulls from long. Oh, nothing but net. Gavin Cody.
Long three there for Gavin Cody.
Yes, it was.
Good
Long
start
three.
for Peters.
5-2 Indians. Another steal. Gavin ahead for Pat McDonald to McCullough, and he gets hacked on the way in.
Good job by the Indians pushing it up the court there. McCullough will go to the foul line to shoot too.
Yeah, you're right, Neil. That was a nice tic-tac-toe fast break. The ball didn't really even touch the ground. It was 3 nice passes in the air to get a nice opportunity for a free throw off the back rim. 5-2 Indians in the early going.
Mike, the two teams tonight are pretty evenly matched. Both 1 and 3 in the section. Canon-Mac 5 and 5 overall. Peters Township 6 and 7 overall. So pretty two evenly matched teams in terms of records.
Yeah, you're right about that. Canon-Mac coming off of a really great win last week, beating Upper St. Clair, and we're going to get the steps. That's 3 turnovers in a row for the Big Macs. But as I was saying, the big win for the Big Macs.
That was, and our Peters Township Indians coming off a big win against Mount Lebanon. So both teams coming off big wins. We'll see how they do tonight.
Yep. McCosco in for the Indians. Pule looks to operate down low. Goes up off the window, a little too strong.
Canon-Mac pushing it up a little bit now.
3 is up. Off the front. Indians.
Canon-Mac not showing too much pressure this evening. Looks like they're dropping back into a 2-3 zone as well. Peters goes down to Brula in the post. He kicks back out. They work it around.
Oh, we're going to get a shuffle on Brendan McCullough. Don't want to trade turnovers. But Indians up 6-2. Indians look to extend the zone a little bit, then drop back. Nice baseline move, inside out. Little strong, Indians control. Pule with the nice rebound.
Cody pushes it up, but intercepted by Canon-Mac. Now they'll bring it up the other way.
And we're gonna get a little, as they say on the TV on college, a little nickel dimer. That's Evans first.
Dunbar and Ziegler into the game for Peters Township.
Indians drop into the man for the inbounds.
Now Peters will stick to that man and play it out through the end of this possession.
Bunch of pump fakes, and finally the result of that is getting Jack Dunbar up in the air.
Jack Dunbar did a good job on the help there, but just got stuck a little bit up in the air when Canon-Mac shot the ball. Canon-Mac's been doing a good job of driving, Mike. They just haven't been able to finish off around the rim.
Agreed. First free throw in and out.
It's Jake Samoski shooting for Canon-Mac.
Makes the second. Really nice student section here for a Tuesday night.
Yeah, they're all dressed in their Peters red tonight, looking good.
And for the first half, the Big Macs are going to have to shoot their free throws into that student section. McCullough pulls it off the left side, tipped up by Dunbar, then controlled by the Big Macs.
Big Macs will bring it up the court now. Peters back in their 2-3 again.
And we're going to get an over and back. Score remains 6-3.
With 3:33 left in the first quarter. Peters will take the ball out of bounds on the side. McCullough over to Ziegler to Dunbar, over to McCullough.
Gavin Cody pulls off the back rim again, controlled by the Big Macs, and up they come. Indians do a good job of getting back, dropping into their 2-3 zone again.
Canon-Mac into the post. That's Samoski. He takes it out, kicks it back out.
3 off the front. Dunbar tips it to Ziegler, and up comes Gavin. McCullough will set this play. A lot of room under the basket.
There is. Peters is switching out front and sending a person to the post. This time Dunbar gets it in the post. Continue to work it around the perimeter against Canon-Mac's zone.
Dunbar from 15. Oh, in and out.
In and out. Good shot there by Dunbar. He was open. Good pull.
McCosco, nice job on defense. He drew that travel, just hounding.
Into the game for Peters is number 12, Nate Miller, and Pat McDonald back in as well.
So the Indians go a little bit smaller after starting big. Pat drives and kicks. Pat drives in again with his left. Yeah, can't get it to go. That was a beautiful move, though.
Was a good move by Pat.
He makes that most of the time.
Canon-Mac works it around the perimeter. Very patient, content doing that.
Indians, nice hustling zone. A lot of times you stand around. Out to the front. 2 Canon-Mac players in the same spot. Near steal. Indians continue good defense here. We're down to 1:10 left in the quarter.
Yeah, Peters is doing a good job of not cheating out on that zone, Mike. They're packing it in there and not giving them anything.
3 is up. Off the front, another offensive rebound.
Could do a little better boxing out, but.
And there's a nice basket. Szymanski just drives the middle of that teeth of that zone and lays it in with his left.
Into McDonald in the middle again. He'll kick it over to Miller. Hits for 3.
Bottom of the net for 3. Indians needed that. 9-5. 30 seconds to go.
It's a big shot for Miller coming off the bench. Big three-pointer.
3 is up. And that one's good. Now all of a sudden there's an offensive explosion. Trading threes.
Gavin Miller for Canon-Mac on that 3.
8 seconds. Gonna look toward the basket. Miller's gonna pull again. Another 3 with 2 seconds to go. Miller. 2 threes in a row. That makes it Peters Township 12. Big Max 8 after 1 quarter of play.
Pretty evenly matched quarter with the exception of Peters Township hitting a few more threes there at the end, Mike.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the Indians gave up a couple offensive boards, which you don't like to see, but the Big Macs had way more turnovers than I think than they would like to sign up for. And that was probably really the difference in the first quarter.
Peters did a good job getting a ball to the high post, doing some in and out. Initially, the three-pointers and longer shots were not falling, but towards the end of the half, towards the end of the quarter, they started to fall. Hopefully that could continue here into the second quarter.
And what we've seen from the Indians, a lot of the home games anyway, and some of the other games, some of the away games as well, the Indians start out hot. First quarter is the quarter that they they seem to shine. They score a lot of their points, play a lot of good defense, and they jump out to nice leads. And I think what they really need to do is play 4 quarters of basketball, keep that going. And they did that against Mount Lebanon. They jumped out, played fairly well, and then really hung in there at the end. And as we said on that broadcast, that was the kind of game that they needed to win, and they finally did.
That's exactly right, Mike. So we have Nate Miller starting the second quarter for his hard work in the first quarter for Peters Township. Still in that 2-3 zone, him and McDonald out front.
Even though the student section says air ball, that did graze the rim.
Yeah, it did.
It's more fun to say air ball than graze the rim, right, Neil?
It is, yeah. Miller will work the point for Peters. Work it around the perimeter again into Puel.
Evan Puel shows some nice footwork, but then kicks it out.
Peters starting with the 2 bigs again down low.
Puel gets his pocket picked, and we have a 2-on-1 going the other way. Indians do a good job of getting back.
Canon-McMillan working around that perimeter, trying to drive a little bit on the zone, but Peters not
they're
giving
looking
him anything.
more to drive. They don't look to get the ball to the corners. Nice block by Evan Puel.
Yeah, super block.
That's got to happen when a guy kickball. When you got a player drive into the teeth of your 2-3 zone, it's got to get rejected. You can't have that, and that's exactly what happened.
McCullough comes in for Peters. Nate Miller gets a round of applause going to the bench.
Nice high-low with the 2 Indians big guys in there. And down to Brula. And we're going to get a 3-second call. Not sure who that was on. I was watching something else.
22, Jake McCosco into the game for Peters. He'll replace Brula.
Number 41, Ryan Silver, in for the Big Macs.
6:35 left in the second quarter. Peters up 12-8. Canon-Mac working it around the perimeters. Peters still in their 2-3 zone.
Big Macs look a little disjointed. They've got a couple times where they've got 2 players standing in the same spot. Silver off the bench, not shy, fires it up. It's a little short. McCullough dribbles in and gets cut off. Gavin thought about it. Out to McCosco for 3. In and out. Silver with the
Canon-McMillan
rebound.
gets the rebound, brings it up. Doesn't really push the ball too hard. They haven't at all tonight. Just bring it up kind of slowly.
Still 12-8, just the way we started the quarter.
Canon-Mac again driving in on that zone. That's Samoski running the point for Canon-Mac.
And there's a 3.
It's Tyreek Williams on the 3 for Canon-Mac.
Makes it a 1-point game, 12-11. Pat McDonald out to McCullough. And there's another steal. 1-on-1. And Szymanski takes it into the big guy one more time. That gives him 7 for the game so far. And Canon-Mac takes their first lead.
Into McDonald at the high post again.
McCullough
Over to
shoots,
McCullough.
grazes the front rim of McDonald. Chases down the offensive glass, and he gets hacked.
Could see him. He wanted to get the ball over to Puel in the middle, but just couldn't get around the Canon-Mac defender. Dunbar in for Peters. They're going to go a little bit smaller again. McCullough takes it out. He'll go into McCosco.
Off the back. Good rebound by McCullough. He goes in over to McDonald. He gets rejected. And up come the Big Macs with the chance to add to their lead.
Peters still in that zone. McCosco, McCullough out front.
Silver for 3. He makes his second attempt. 16-12, Canon-Mac. Indians in a little bit of a drought here. They haven't scored in this quarter. Pat McDonald shoots off the front rim. Big Macs are feeling a little bit.
Samoski working that point for Canon-McMillan.
Indians need to clamp down on defense here. It's not falling on the offensive side. And we're going to get a call on McCosco.
So Mike, Canon-McMillan is doing a good job of driving down the lane and kicking out to the perimeter. Initially, they weren't hitting a lot of those shots, but now in the second quarter, they've started hitting them. So Peters needs to adjust for that.
Yeah, and part of it is they're splitting those two front guys in the 2-3 zone, which a lot of coaches don't like to see. 3 from the corner. Oh, in and out. That was a good look by the Big Macs. Nice out-of-bounds play.
McCullough brings it up for Peters, out to McCosco, back to McCullough. Into Ziegler.
Dunbar for 3, off the back rim.
That foul is going to go against McCosco.
Yeah, that was an effort foul. He was going for the boards.
Yeah. His second foul, Peters Township's fourth foul of the half.
So the Indians have seen enough. They're dropping into their man-to-man. Back door.
That was
And they're
15, Jake Ziegler on the foul for Peters. Tyreek Williams shooting for Canon-Mac. Tyreek did a good job adjusting in the air on that play.
First is good. The Indians need to get off the snide here. They haven't scored yet, and it's 3:22 left in the half. Let me correct that and say they haven't scored in the second quarter yet after a nice first quarter.
So Nate Miller's back in the game for Peters.
And the Indians are going to call a timeout and talk about it, which probably isn't a bad idea.
Good shot of the Peters Township student section right now, all dressed in their red, supporting the Indians tonight.
Yeah, I think Coach Joe Oman for the Indians looks up at the scoreboard just like you and I are, Neil, and seeing that 12 has been up there for an eternity. And I think that was a good timeout. It's the first timeout by either team.
Well, Mike, Nate Miller gave him a little spark at the end of the first quarter. He's back in the game. Hopefully he can do the same in the second quarter.
Yeah, good point. And if I've got something you've been saving, I'd pull it out now because you got to break the ice on that basket right now and get yourself back. Not a lot of damage has been done. You would think if you went scoreless for 5 minutes, you'd be in a world of hurt.
That's exactly
but
right,
you're only
Mike.
down
That's a good
6.
point.
Dunbar pulls it, and there it is. Well-timed 3, as it turns out.
Big three for Jack Dunbar.
So that cuts it to 18-15. Indians drop back to man. Rebound doesn't go. Gavin Cody gathers the rebound.
He's pushing
Dunbar
it up.
goes, and they're going to get a block. Jack Dunbar beat him to the spot on the baseline and got pushed. Bailed him out a little bit because I'm not sure exactly what he was going to do with that under the basket there, but nonetheless.
Brula's back in the game for Peters. Nate Miller will take it out underneath their own hoop. Into Ziegler. Out to Dunbar.
Jake Ziegler thought about it. And the Indians working around the perimeter against this 2-3 zone. Jake Ziegler drives in, step back, just a little short.
Good move there by Ziegler. Just came up a little bit short on the shot.
There's an air ball that time. Up come the Indians ahead. Oh! Dunbar had a step, but the pass was short. Remains 18-15. Nice drive.
It was number 10, Gavin Miller, on the drive for Canon-Mac. It's now 20-15, 2 minutes left in the quarter.
Skip pass. Dunbar's going to pull it from the top, off the front rim, controlled by the Big Macs. Big Macs don't look to push it very
Need
much.
to pick up the ball here.
Indians.
Indians dropped back in their defense. No one picked up the ball out front. Fortunately, Canon-Mac missed. Miller will sit down. McCullough back in for Peters. He'll bring the ball up.
1:30 in the half.
Peters tries to set a high screen. Nothing really comes of the play.
Gavin for a long three off the back rim. Tipped up, but not. Back out to the Big Macs.
Miller brings it up the court for Canon-Mac.
Here
Peters
comes Dunbar.
now pushes it.
Dunbar with strong hands. And the Big Macs call timeout. I don't
Good job
think.
by Peters there getting the ball up the floor. That
Yeah,
was Cody getting it up to Dunbar. Like you say, Mike, Dunbar got it knocked out of his hands, but he grabbed it again, got it back up.
Yeah, I don't think the Big Mac sideline like to see the Indians beating the Big Macs down the court like that for an easy two. But nonetheless, we've got 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the half. Canon-Mac up by 3, 20-17, and they have possession. Possession arrow is in the favor of the Indians. So after an extremely slow start to this quarter, the Indians have come alive a little bit, cut that deficit of 6 points down to 3, and if they can get a defensive stand here, it'll go a long way going into halftime.
Peters switching up to a man-to-man now for the last minute of the
Backdoor
half.
again, beautiful play.
It's number 2, Logan Kelly, on the score for Canon-Mac.
That's twice the Indians have gotten beat on the back door. We've got to put an end to that. Big skip pass into the third row of the visitor section with 37.5. That is not what the doctor ordered. Indians down by 5. Again, they're going to have to put the defensive clamps down.
Sticking in their man-to-man here. McCullough will take the ball. Number 10, Gavin Miller, sets it up for Canon-Mac. They'll spread the court.
Very content to hold it here.
19 seconds left in the half.
Close to a 5 count. Get the
Peters
double
traps
team.
now. McCullough, steal to Cody.
Crosses over, goes in. Can't get it to go. After that nice steal. The 3 is up. And it was good if it went. And it did not go. So the Canon-Mac Big Macs 22, Peters Township Indians 17.
We'll take a break for the half. Be back in 10 minutes, folks. The second half here at Peters Township with the score Canon-McMillan 22, Peters Township 17. Peters Township will start with the ball.
Indians on the season have been averaging 60.5 a game. And at this point in the first half, they've only got 17, so they've got a long way to go. Gavin Cody from the corner. Got hit a little bit on his way up. I might have affected that shot as it went off the front end. Now the Indians drop to their man again. Good defense by McCosco. Got to cut down on the it's hard to tell from up here, but that one looked pretty good. A lot of disappointed Indians fans.
Yeah, I agree, Mike.
When the Indians go to their man-to-man, they've got burned by that backdoor cut several times. So I'd really like to see that. Oh, and they're going to call shooting foul on top of everything else. So we get 2 shots. 2 shots for number 3, Tyreek Williams. The second one is good. Builds a 7-point lead for the Big Macs. Out to Miller for 3. He is feeling it tonight.
Another big three-pointer for Nick.
His third 3. They are leaving him alone on that wing. I mean, the Indians do have several shooters that they Big Macs need to pay attention to. 3 off the front end. Brula out to Gavin Cody. Miller again. Off the back. Good shot. Gavin Cody clears the offensive board. Miller's going to set it back up. Gavin looked at it. Drives in. Hits Brula in the chest. And again, the Indians set it up. And they turn it over. Yeah, he put his head down, made a nice move to his left, and turned the afterburners on. Miller left alone again. He pumps this time, thinks better of it, kicks it out. Miller should look to take that shot.
Yeah, you got to look to shoot.
He's been
a little
deadly.
Bit more.
There it is. He pulls out again. I don't know why he's so tentative. He's been so deadly from that spot. Pat McDonald gets blocked. And up come the Big Macs.
That's Zamoski for Canon-Mac pushing it up.
Indians have numbers. Gavin Cody drives in, gets it blocked, gets his own rebound, and they're going to call an offensive foul.
So I believe they may have called a technical foul there on Canon-McMillan, Mike.
Yeah, I think they got.
For sure what happened.
They did.
It
was a little zealous on the excitement scale. After they got a nice call, a nice play, when Gavin went in hard on the drive. So they're going to get Gavin's second personal foul on the drive, which is a common foul. And then a technical on number 1, Zamoski. First one's good. Neil, a lot of times this is a turning point in the game, so let's see what the Indians can do with this.
Yeah, definitely.
2 free throws. So that cuts the deficit to 4, and the Indians are going to get the ball. That's a significant turn of events.
Peters will bring it in. McCullough will set it up for him.
Skip to McCullough. They leave him wide open.
Into McDonald.
Pat
in the
kicks
post.
it to Dunbar. Short. And the deficit remains 4.
Peters Township still in their man-to-man. Canon-McMillan passing and cutting.
Yeah, we're going to get offense going the other way.
It's a good job by Jack Dunbar there to draw the charge for Peters Township. That was number 3, Tyreek Williams, for Canon-McMillan with the foul.
So the Indians have had a number of opportunities to get into this 4-point lead. They've got to take advantage of it here. Pat just can't get it to go, but the Indians, loose ball, Canon-Mac does come up with it. Good look there, nice interior passing. Pat just could not get it to go. Good defense by Evan Puel.
Ziegler into the game for Peters Township. Canon-McMillan will take it out under their own hoop. Gavin Miller takes it out for Canon-Mac.
4:25 left in the quarter. Picks up his dribble. Three is up. Short. Controlled by Ziegler. Up comes Cody. McCullough drives into the middle. Out front to McCullough.
Over to Cody.
Cody draws a lot of attention.
Puel at the foul line. Peters Township working it around the perimeter, kicking into the foul line, in and out.
Nice pass by Dunbar, lays it in from Ziegler. Nice pass by Dunbar. He looked everybody off, and Ziegler was all by himself on the block.
Yeah, good job by Jack Dunbar there.
26-24, Big Macs.
Peters switches back to 2-3 zone now. Canon-Mac will work it around the perimeter. See if they'll try and drive like
Three
before.
is up and good.
Aiden Berger on the 3 for
That was
Canon-McMillan.
That was not a short three.
Was not indeed.
Lead back to 5. Dunbar thought about it. Back to Cody. Cody wants to, but they're all over him.
He kicks over to McCullough.
Cody.
Puel at the foul line. Canon-Mac pushes it up. Tyreek is open. That's Tyreek Williams, wide open for Canon-McMillan.
Hey, Williams was picking some cherries there. And that opens it up to a 7-point lead for the Big Macs. My memory serves, that's probably the biggest lead of the night for the Big Macs. 2:27 left in the third quarter. And the Indians are going to have some have a challenge in front of them. The Indians have done a nice job on the defensive end, holding the Big Macs to 31 points, but they have not been able to put the ball in the bucket since the end of the first quarter. Canon-Mac, 2 leading scorers from the last game against Upper St. Clair, Szymanski and Miller. Miller's definitely been held in check. Szymanski's had a nice game today. Miller for the Indians back in.
Indians working it around. Canon-McMillan in their 2-3 zone still.
Dunbar draws a foul.
Number 33, Aiden Berger on the foul for Canon-McMillan. That is their third team foul of the half. Peters Township has 2.
His first. Miller drives to the foul line to Dunbar. He drives again. Miller all alone. He gets cracked. That was a dangerous play. He got undercut. He got undercut as he came down.
That was number 3, Tyreek Williams, on the foul for Canon-McMillan. Nate Miller will be shooting 3. Miller hits the first. It's 10 points tonight for Miller. 3 3-pointers and now shooting 3 foul shots.
2 of 3 and another chance. 31-26. Big Max. Front end. Good hustle by the Big Max. That was number 41.
Ryan Silver, Mike.
Silver.
He grabbed
He's
the
a
ball.
big guy. He was
Yeah,
pretty agile.
Threw it
tracking
right back
down
there
that.
off of Pat McDonald. He did a good job.
Yeah.
So Canon-McMillan will bring it up. Peters in their man. Canon-Mac works it down low.
3 is up again, and it's good.
Aiden Berger again on the 3 for Canon-Mac. He's provided a spark in his 3rd quarter for them.
34-26, Big Max.
Over to Miller, down to McDonald.
McDonald gets
Nice
the reverse to
reverse
go.
layup by Pat McDonald there.
There's a lot of room to operate down low.
Good job by Nate
3
Miller
is
on
up.
the D.
And they're shooting the 3 ball so well here. Once they got through that first quarter, the Big Macs have just lit it up.
That was Ryan Silver on that 3 for Canon-Mac.
Indians are just trading twos for threes at the moment, which is not working. Indians down by 9.
Peters working it
into McDonald
foul
out to
line.
McCosco. For 3, McCosco. 37-31. 30 seconds left in the half. Boy, did the Indians need that one. Big Max looking pretty deliberate here.
20 seconds left in the half. Canon-Mac holding for the last shot. Peters in their man. McCosco gets the bump. Fix in for Canon-Mac, Cody in for Peters Township.
Indians look to double team. Cross court. Down to 5. And we're going to get a foul with 2.7 to go. On McCosco, that's his 4th. Left-hander puts it up and in.
Not really what we wanted there at the end of the quarter, Mike. And
No,
foul.
a shooting foul with under 3 seconds is tough. Lead back up to 8 with 2 seconds to go. Dunbar gets it. He launches it. It's good if it goes. Off the score clock above the backboard. So the Indians are going to have their work cut out for them in this 4th quarter with an down 8 points.
Indeed, down 8 points, Mike, and more discouraging is that Canon-Mac just hasn't missed after the end of that first quarter. They haven't missed from the 3-point line. It's been someone different in each quarter for their team, but one person after the next, they just keep hitting them.
No, they've been really hot. They have shot the ball well. It's particularly in that quarter, hitting a number of threes. Next up for the for Canon-McMillan, they've got 2 out-of-conference games, actually several. They're going to play Connellsville, Ringgold, at West A, and at Moon before coming back to play out Mount Lebanon. And for Peters Township, they've got a couple home games, right, Neil?
Yeah, we'll be back here Friday night for a non-section game against Thomas Jefferson. Then next Tuesday, another non-section against Central Catholic before going to Bethel Park on Friday the 28th.
So the section is pretty tight with Bethel Park and Mount Lebanon 3-1. A couple teams, Mount Lebanon or Upper St. Clair and Baldwin at 2-2, and then these 2 teams at 1-3. So a win tonight is going to go a long way to keeping these 2 teams in the thick of things. So the Indians need to buckle their chin straps and play some good hard defense, but also get some shots to fall in the next 8 minutes.
Nate Miller starting this 4th quarter for Peters Township. Peters in their man. Canon-McMillan looking to drive. Pass and drive, pass and drive.
Three is up, and another one falls. That was from the deep corner, 42-31.
That was Deuce Lyons getting in the action for Canon-McMillan.
Gavin Cody comes up with the offensive glass. I'd like to see Nate Miller look for that shot.
Gavin Miller on the drive
Nice-
for Canon-McMillan.
Nice finger roll to finish that off. Nice move by Dunbar.
Nice move by Jack Dunbar, taking it right down the lane. Putting it up
Yeah, the
for
whole
2.
Canon-Mac defense was flat-footed there. And they're going to give that one to the Indians. Another nice play by Dunbar, the sophomore. (44-33), Big Macs. Got to get it down to single digits and work from there. Dunbar drives baseline, gets it up on the rim, but can't get it to go. Ball on the floor.
Canon-McMillan calls a timeout. And they had possession of the ball when calling it, so it'll be their ball underneath the hoop. Ball kind of bouncing around there crazy, Mike. A scrum for it on the court.
Yeah, it wasn't lack of effort there. After they didn't get that layup to go, ball was all over the place. The bodies all over the place. It wasn't like anybody wasn't trying to get it, but it ended up in the hands of a Canon-Mac player, and they quickly called timeout. And that was their 4th of the game. So each team now has 3 left. Possession arrow favors Canon-Mac, and team fouls are 4 apiece.
Both teams have 3 timeouts left.
As I look over the averages for the season so far, Canon-Mac does in section 6A, section 2, I'm sorry, section 2 6A, they do play pretty good defense. Bethel Park leads the section, averaging 40 a game, giving up on defense. But then Canon-Mac is second with 47.7, so they are stingy on defense.
Canon-McMillan brings it in, will bring the ball up the court. McCullough guarding the ball. Canon-McMillan passing and screening. Peters Township a little more aggressive in their man-to-man now.
Canon-Mac running some clock. 3 is up again. And not much to say about that.
Was Gavin Miller on that 3 for Canon-McMillan.
Every roll is just going down. Gavin Cody pulls for 3. Pat McDonald gets the rebound and unfortunately gets fouled because he was on his way in for a free throw.
Ref calls it on the floor, so Peters will take it out underneath their own hoop.
That's one of those fouls that you wish weren't called. Although he got smacked in the face. Got to call it, but
Number
took away
2,
a basket.
Logan Kelly into the game for Canon-McMillan. McCullough into Dunbar for Peters, over to Miller. Peters continues to work it into that post position and back out.
And Pat gets the roll that time. 47-35.
Peters extending their pressure up a little bit here, try and get a turnover. Miller on the ball.
And we're going to get a travel. Good defense by the Indians.
So Peters does force a turnover there. Good job pressuring. Canon-McMillan.
The Indians are going to need a bunch more of those.
McCullough kicks over to Cody, back over to Dunbar, back out to McCullough.
Gavin Cody for 3. In and out. Controlled by Dunbar. Pat backs in, out to Dunbar. He rolls in, can't get it to go.
Canon-McMillan gets the rebound. They're not at all in a hurry to push it up the court. They're going to take their time.
And they're going to get Braden McCullough for the reach in.
5 team fouls on Peters Township, also 5 on Canon-McMillan. 4:20 left in the game. (35-47), Canon-McMillan winning.
And they're going to get Brandon again. Another foul.
Doesn't hurt Peters to get a little more aggressive on the fouls now, Mike. They want to make sure they get them shooting here towards the end of the game.
No, you're right. That one, though, didn't really have a chance to
No, you're right.
get a steal. That was just simply because he put his second hand on the man. They put that rule in about 3 or 4 years ago. And they're going to call it every time. The moment you put both hands are playing defense. Near steal by Miller.
Canon-McMillan quite content to work it around, not really looking for a shot too much right now.
Layup doesn't go. Dunbar clears, and up he comes. McCullough into the teeth, out to Miller. Pulls up for 15, and it's good.
10 points, 3:35 left in the game.
That gives Miller 13. 3 is up, off the mark. Dunbar again. Out to
Over
Cody.
to Cody, to McDonald.
Nice
2.
fast break. Peters Township timeout. So they're going to take a full timeout here.
Nice swing by Peters there on a couple buckets to get the ball up the court. Over to Pat McDonald for the lay.
So that cuts the lead down to 8. And this, if Indians are going to get into this or make it close or even win this game, it's going to be won on the defensive end. They've got to create some turnovers, some steals, and then make some shots at the other end. You just can't trade baskets at this point. 3:25 left in the game. Really balanced scoring for the Big Macs. Got 2 players with 9. Some Szymanski. and Berger. And it looks like number 10, Gavin Miller, is up with 7.
For Peters, it's been number 12, Nate Miller, keeping him in the game tonight. He has 13 points. Canon-McMillan will take it out. Peters in full court pressure now, pressuring the ball. Ziegler up in the defender's face. They'll trap across half court, but Canon-McMillan gets out of it. Canon-McMillan working it around the perimeter, quite content to do that.
That was a dangerous pass across the half court line.
Yeah, Peters trying to trap. They can get there, but just can't quite come up with a turnover. Pressuring the ball. Canon-McMillan spreads it out.
Backdoor air ball, and the follow goes. Berger follows up the air ball. I'd like to see Miller look at that shot. They're just leaving him alone. He drives off the top of the bottom of the rim, bottom of the backboard.
Peters traps under the hoop. Canon-McMillan gets out of it. They'll bring it up, but pull it back out. Spreading the court now. 2 minutes left in the half.
Jack Dunbar goes for the reach. And he'll send the Big Macs to a 1-and-1. So they're going to have to turn it into a free throw shooting match. Not a lot of free throws shot in this game. First one's good.
Lead is up to 11 points now. 2 minutes left in the game.
And the second is good. And we get another timeout.
Peters Township will call that timeout, Mike. They have 2 left. Canon-McMillan has 3 left. I'm sorry, Peters Township is down to 1 timeout left now.
Yeah, Peters Township coming off the at Baldwin last Friday. Just probably not one of their better games. 66-49 loss, and they were really outplayed in the third quarter. Again, they were outscored 14-6, and they came out of the gate okay. Although that was just not a good effort, or just a good night, I should say. Not effort. They gave good effort, but it was not a good night in terms of just really any phase of the game. Baldwin just played a good game. But here, down by 12 with 2:03, Indians are going to really have to make some threes and hope no more points fall through for the Big Macs.
They are. Canon-McMillan dropping back pretty far into their zone, packing it in tight.
McCosco's going to fire it off the side rim. McCullough. And that'll send Szymanski to the line, the senior.
It's Cody on the foul for Peters. I believe that's going to be his 3rd foul and the team's 8th. Szymanski misses that free throw. Cody will bring it up, push it up for Peters. Over to McCullough, into McDonald. Dunbar drives.
McCosco for three, and it's good. Peters going to take their last timeout.
So that puts a lead at 9 for Canon-McMillan with 1:31 left in the game.
Yeah, Jack Dunbar made a nice move down the baseline, got under the basket and realizes twos are just not going to get it done. He kicks it down to McCosco, who was wide open in the corner, and he launched the three, and it was pure. So I'm not sure if we have enough time for that, but if we can get a few more of those together, it could certainly get interesting, especially if they're going to start missing free throws. And for that matter, front end, although with 18 fouls, there are going to be one more, 1-1, and then they'll go to shooting 2. Indians do have the possession arrow, but they are out of timeouts. So it looks like the same 5 out. Cody, McCullough, Dunbar, McDonald, and McCosco for the Indians.
Obviously pressuring full court at this point. Canon-McMillan will take it out under Peters' hoop. Trying to get that 10-second call, but I don't think they will. So Canon-McMillan got it across the half-court line, and Peters will foul. Oh.
Yeah, they're going to get a timeout, not a foul.
No foul.
I was going to say that was a touchy. I thought it was a foul, too. And I was thinking to myself that would have been a very touchy foul, but timeout comes in. The Canon-Mac was a little nervous of the 5-second call. Since they have 3 fouls to give with 1:20 left, they weren't taking any chances. So Canon-Mac will have a chance to inbound the ball right in front of the Canon-Mac bench. So Canon-Mac now has 2 players in double digits. Tyreek Williams with 11 and 33 Aiden Berger also with 11. And the Indians look to turn the Big Macs over to try to cut this lead. They do get it into a bad spot.
Peters trying desperately to
Ball
get a foul
fumbled a little
here.
bit.
Trapping.
And they get a jump ball. Turnover. Good job by the Indians. 1:11 to go in the game.
Hayden Zeisis in for Canon-Mac and Deuce Lyons.
Looks like Williams was a little shaken up on that play. McCullough drives to Dunbar. He looks to take it. Gavin Cody shot off the front. Pat McDonald had the rebound. I'm not sure who they're going to get there. There was a lot going on under the board there. They're going to get Pat with his first.
Gavin Miller at the line for Canon-Mac. They are up by 9, 54 seconds left.
First
Miller
one's
hits
good.
the first.
And the second one's good.
Peters gets it in quick. McCullough up the court. Over to McCosco. He'll drive.
Pat's going to pull off the back.
That's number
So I'm
22, McCosco, on the foul. That'll
Yeah,
be
I
his
think-
5th foul.
So I think once the Big Macs came down with the rebound, McCosco fouled to try to extend the game. Jake McCosco is going to sit. 44.1 left.
It's number 2, Logan Kelly. Hits the first shot for Canon-McMillan.
That gives him 3 for the night. The Big Macs continue to make their free throws down the stretch.
They've had a very balanced scoring attack tonight, Mike. Everybody's gotten the action for Canon-McMillan. Peters with the last-ditch effort here. Ziegler drives.
And
he'll
draws
get
a foul. That is not what the Big Macs want to see stop of the clock. But they do have a commanding 13-point lead at this point. Jake drops the first one. That gives him 3 points on the night. And he drops the second. Quick foul by the Indians. And the deficit is 13 at this point.
Five, Hayden Zasis in the game for Canon-McMillan. Miller hits the second shot. 34 seconds left. Peters will roll it up, then pick it up. Cody on the drive over to Dunbar. He shoots. Short.
Ziegler draws the rebound. Gavin looks to shoot it. And that's
Tyreek.
getting close to being about it here. Big Macs pull it out, and they'll let the clock run out. And that's going to do it. Final score is going to be Canon-McMillan 58, your Peters Township Indians 43.
So, Mike, we will be back here on Friday night to see Peters Township versus Thomas Jefferson.
We appreciate you spending time watching this broadcast, and we'll look forward to the next one. Thank you very much.
Thank you.